Food prices rising, fertilizers running out, and shipping routes are under threat. The growing Iran-US-Israel war may not just be a regional crisis, it could actually become a global food emergency. Wanna know why? Well, stay tuned with us. This is Navya Bal and you're watching TimesXP. As the conflict in the Middle Eastern states are in the 9th day, the battlefield is expanding. Israel airstrikes continue across the multiple sites in Iran and Lebanon, while tensions ripple through the wider region. But the biggest shockwave may not come here from the missiles. It may come from markets, farms, and grocery stores worldwide. Well, according to the analysts, the war is beginning to strain the global food supply chains, and actually reason lies between the narrow but critical waterways, the Strait of Hormuz. Every single day, massive ships carrying fertilizers, fuel, raw materials pass through this narrow corridor in the Persian Gulf. And now imagine that the lifeline is under threat. Well, here's why the experts say that the conflict could trigger the global food emergency. First, the energy prices are surging. European gas prices reportedly jumped to 40% after Qatar's LNG production was disrupted. Meanwhile, the Brent crude oil has climbed towards $80 a barrel, raising diesel and transportation costs worldwide. With fertilizer supply at risk, this adds to another layer. While countries around the Persian Gulf, including Iran, Saudi Arabia, Qatar and UAE, and even Bahrain, supply a massive portion of the world's fertilizer exports. Together, they account for more of the 1/3 global urea trade and nearly 1/4 of global ammonia supply. These chemicals are the backbone of modern farming, and without them, crop yields drop. Third, and a very important point, shipping routes are under pressure. If the instability spreads in the Strait of Hormuz, grains and fertilizers shipments could actually slow down dramatically. Higher freight costs, higher insurance premiums, and fewer ships willing to enter this region. And the result? Well, more expensive food worldwide. And the consequences may hit most of the vulnerable nations the hardest. Well, reports suggest that at least 15 countries could face rising political instability if the war drags on. Nations such as Afghanistan, Ethiopia, Kenya, Libya, Mali, Nigeria, and Pakistan are particularly vulnerable to the sudden spikes in food prices. And for millions of families already struggling to afford a basic meal, even a small price increase can be devastating. But let us now focus on, what about India? Well, officials say that there is enough fertilizers for the upcoming Kharif season, meaning that the farmers should not face any immediate shortage. However, the experts warn that if the conflict continues for 6 months or longer, the impact could reach the next crop cycle, which is the Rabi season. And if that happens, that even means the deeper problems could penetrate to Indian subcontinent. Meanwhile, higher diesel cost and the major grain exporters like the United States and Brazil could push the food on the global platforms higher. This could affect the whole world. Some experts say that crisis reveal a deeper problem. The world's heavy dependence on the fertilizers imports moving through a single checkpoint, which is Strait of Hormuz. This raises a big question. Should the global food system depend on just one fragile route? Or some researchers even believe that the solution lies within more sustainability of the farming, reducing reliance on the imported fertilizers and using the local soil nutrients instead. But those changes take time. So right now, the war clock is ticking. Missiles dominate the headlines today, but the real battles could soon be fought in the fields, farms, and kitchens across the world. Because when the war disrupts food, the consequences reach every plate on the planet.